SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information. Hi, welcome to SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 6 in college football, and right now we are talking with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. And Joe has agreed to take a couple of college football games every week that I assign to him. Last week he did it 2-0 against the spread, and that goes along with his 10-4 against the spread record in the NFL in our video so far this year. Joe Duffy, thanks so much for being back with us this week.
Thank you, Peter. Let's make it 11-4, 12-4, and 13-4.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Notre Dame, Arizona State. Now, I think we will be able to do it with this one if your handicapping agrees with mine and we're both right here, because I'm looking at this, right? This is played on a neutral field, right? Arizona State currently is a 6-point favorite, total 62. Now, Notre Dame lost to Oklahoma last game, and of course, Oklahoma, a very impressive team this year on offense, defense, and special teams. And Arizona State, a good team, right? They blew out a dysfunctional USC team last week, but, you know, they got beat pretty handily by Stanford this year. They won that close, weird game with a wacky ending to Wisconsin. I see Arizona State as a good team this year, but not necessarily a dominant team. So why should they be giving 6 points to Notre Dame on a neutral field? I think it's an overreaction. I like Notre Dame +6. What do you think?
Well, the funny thing is, more times than not, I think over the couple of years I've been doing videos with you, we agree, but we're going to disagree on this one. Now, I had Notre Dame as one of the most overrated teams entering the season. Everything went right for them last year. Then, of course, they were annihilated in the national championship game. They've struggled this year. They're 0-4 against the spread. And if you want to go back to that national championship game, they've only won 3 of their last 6 games straight up. Tommy Rees, he's struggling mightily.
Yes.
He's got to keep up with an explosive Arizona State offense. You are right. This game is, of course, on a neutral field. I do realize the Jerry Dome is a retractable roof, so there's a possibility they could close the roof, but that's usually if there's nasty precipitation. If there's not precipitation, it's going to be hot down there. And who's going to be affected more by the heat, Arizona State or Notre Dame? Notre Dame will be. So I think that the neutral field's probably a slight advantage to Arizona State, assuming that they don't have to close the roof. It's going to be a little bit more, the weather's going to be a little bit more what they're used to.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Tommy Rees has been very turnover prone, basically his whole career. And last year, that was also something. And, yes, Arizona State has, an aggressive defense that, will probably be able to create turnovers. With someone like Rees, I'm just wondering if 6 points isn't just a little bit too much. You don't think it is?
No, I'm just not buying into Notre Dame this year. We've been fading them all year. I'm going to fade them again. And Arizona State, I know that a lot of times quarterbacks, and you'll hear it in baseball too, where pitchers will say, I'm not going against the other pitcher, or a quarterback will say, I'm not going against the other offense. I'm going against Arizona State's defense. That's easy to say, but the truth is, Rees, who's struggling, he's going to have to make some plays here because Arizona State's very likely going to put some points on the board. They're averaging 8.1 passing yards per attempt to teams that normally give up 6.3, and 6.3 yards per play to teams normally giving up just 5.0. So Rees is going to be put in a position where he's got to make plays, and the last couple games he hasn't been able to do that.
All right, well, sometimes, in my position, I handicap games, and sometimes I just handicap handicappers. So in this case, I'm going to handicap the handicapper, and I'm going to go with you because you recommend this play. Thanks so much, Joe Duffy.